Good evening, viewer in the oldest house. This is a part of a series of transmissions that we've sent to the oldest house as a recording. If you have a moment, please come closer and listen and view our presentation. We are the Kingdom of Balance. We and our Balance Alliance, our community, are interested in the video game Control, which takes place in your world. So we are separated by a reality barrier, but you should be familiar with concepts like that if you're in the oldest house. So I've set up this workstation. This not a workstation, it's a TV station, using technologies that should be allowed in the oldest house. And our first 3 modules were set up in safe rooms, and this one is I've put it in one of the offices, or what I thought would be one of the offices. So if I don't know if the office still exists, but the TV should still be there. We analyzed the Remedy connected universe, which contains multitudes of blogs, video games, and comic books, stories, and all that stuff that relate to a shared universe. This presentation is mostly focused on the game Control, which takes place in the oldest house. However, we're gonna also look at a few other things on the side. Yeah, so I've also left a document somewhere in this space, probably on that side, maybe that side. Yeah, most likely. It's got information. If you want to open it up and take a look, it should have a lot of info about the what we've looked at so far. We have notes about questions, notes, theories, and summaries of the story, and notes for the game itself. So far in my other 3 recordings, I have covered the first three chapters of Control. So if you're interested, you can take a look at the summary. It's a one-way document, so you can't write anything in it and have it reach us, but everything we type in will show up on your side. I also have a guest analyst here, so I'm going to activate their signal if they are ready to join. We could start looking into our materials for today. Let me see. What do we start with? We have 3 things. We have the House of Dreams. We have the that notes that we found in the game that I promised we're going to analyze, and we have the game itself. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so let's look at this. Last time we looked at Samantha's blog, and we had some interesting things to say about this fireplace, which looks very strange. But we're gonna continue from that. Oh, things just turned interesting. She was how's the sound? Is the audio okay? Often I feel that this part, the music overtakes me. Hopefully not this time. Okay, right, so music is a bit loud again? Okay, let me just tone it down. Okay, hopefully that's good. Let me know if it's too low. Okay, no more loud noises, hopefully. All right, so as I was saying, in the last one, we were just looking at this, and it was at, 4th June? This was after she had those nightmares about with the people with the shadow faces. And then there was all the poems that she found in the shoebox. which we know is a possible reference to Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger. But now, the 2 days later, this is what she posts on her blog. Called 911, men outside, shadows, dark coming, help, more light. I'm guessing the T is missing in that last word, but maybe she said more light. That's all that post says, nothing else. So clearly something was going on. Something really sinister was just happening there. And she didn't even get to finish the post. So that was in 5th June 2012. So the very next day after that fireplace. So then on the 13th June, so 8 days later. Yeah. It's the post is titled Haunted House. And then she writes, I'm back and I'm okay. Well, not okay, but alive. They kept me in the hospital overnight for observation. And then I spent a couple of days at my parents' house. On the night of my previous post, sorry if it frightened anyone, I had trouble going to bed. I was on my laptop, listening to music. The TV was on in the living room. I wasn't really watching it, but I was mildly amused by the fact that the episode in the crappy horror show that was on was about a girl who buys a haunted house and gets into trouble. It was a rerun of The Twilight Zone or something. It got ridiculous when the corny narrator started saying things like, she thought she had bought an ordinary house in an ordinary town, but nothing could be more out of the ordinary than this house. I just want to mention here quickly, for those who don't know, Samantha here lives in the town called Ordinary. Or it's implied that she lives in the town called Ordinary, which we know that our main character in Control, she's also from that town. So it's very interesting that... Yeah, like earlier she said it, but as a not with the capital O ordinary, but like as a poem type of thing, like ordinary house, ordinary girl, that kind of thing. One of our seekers just said, I thought I'd tune into an ordinary stream of an ordinary game. The stream might be ordinary, but the game isn't. Just what I want to mention. Really? The music more? I don't understand why it's so loud. I can barely hear it here. Okay, that should be low enough. Let me know if that's low enough. That's perfect? Okay, cool. Okay, so continuing. I actually laughed out loud and walked to the living room to see. It was like someone was playing a practical joke on me. But then I immediately saw the men outside my window. Dark, shadowy silhouettes, and the power went out, and it was dark, and I could hear a window breaking in another room. I ran back to the kitchen where my laptop was. I grabbed it, rushed into the closet, shutting the door behind me. I sat on the floor and dialed 911. I could hear sounds of them breaking in and insane shouts and laughter. I've never been so scared in my life. I could hear them getting closer. I stopped talking to the phone so they wouldn't hear me. I wrote the blog post. I don't know what I was thinking. Then they were behind the door. I got up, trying to keep it closed. It flew open violently and I fell and hit my head. The last thing I saw in the glow of the laptop was the shoebox. It was sitting on the shelf. There was no way I could not have seen it before if it had been there since it went missing. See, the shoebox went missing like before she took the photos of the, like after she took the photos of the poems, and it just showed up just when when her house gotten broken in. So that's interesting coincidence, right? And yeah, so it was sitting on the shelf. There was no way I could not have seen it before if it had been there since it went missing. Then all went black. I woke up in the hospital with a mild concussion. The police said that there were no signs of disturbance or break-ins, other than what they themselves caused when they came in to check and found me. I don't know what to think. I've been very stressed at work, but I'm not going crazy, and I didn't just imagine it all. It really happened. One thing is certain, this is my house, and I won't be frightened away by ghosts or shadows. This is my house, and I will fight for it if that's what it takes. So there. I just checked. The shoebox is there on the shelf in the closet. There is stuff inside that wasn't there before. Now that's interesting. Now there's like, the shoebox is not only back, it brought new stuff with it. So I bet the next posts are gonna be about that. Shall we continue this, or should we switch away to our next topic? One of the seekers, Zanity, said, if it was a ghost, talking to them about boundaries can be pretty effective. Probably. Yeah, I mean, ghosts probably understand those concepts. Maybe differently than we do, but it's not impossible. So does any of our seekers want me to continue to the next post in the blog, or should we switch to a new topic? It's an open question. Next blog post? Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Got 2 votes. That's good enough. All right. So the next blog post is a month away. So 22nd July. Wow. So nothing happened for a month. Even after she got the shoebox, she didn't say anything about it. Interesting. Right. So soon after my last update, someone contacted me. They had found me through this blog. They said that they know a lot about what's been going on, about the origin of the shoebox contents, and that this kind of a thing had happened before elsewhere. They promised to tell me more on the condition that I stop updating the blog. They said that this whole thing should be kept secret and hinted that it could be dangerous, that there are people out there who think that the contents of the shoebox can be very valuable and would be willing to commit crimes to get a hold of them. In a way, I felt a lot like my nightmares about the agent who came asking about the shoebox. Of course, this was totally different in many ways, but still, it reminded me of that, like the dream had come true somehow. I promised to think about what they told me, and I have, and that's the reason why there have been no updates for a while. They were friendly enough, but the more I've thought about it, the more the whole thing felt like a threat, and that really pisses me off. It's a free country, and I can write about anything I want in my own blog, and the shoebox and everything in it came with the house, and thus it's mine. I've decided to keep updating the blog for now. So that's yeah, so that's the next post. You know, I wonder who this person is. They don't seem very hostile. You know, they seem more cautious than hostile. So do we have any thoughts about who it could be? Do you have any thoughts? No? Yeah. So someone who, like, who, okay, let's look at which are the people who knows about the shoebox. If this is Thomas Zane's shoebox, so then everyone who's been involved with the Bright Falls incident, So people connected to Alan Wake, they might know this about the shoebox.
The question is, does that happen before or after Alan Wake?
Oh, that's a good question too. Like if
it happened before Alan Wake,
yeah.
the only people that would know anything would be Cynthia.
Yeah, she's the only one who would know. And this sounds like,
because other people like the two brothers would be at the clinic,
yeah,
or on their farm at that point.
Yeah.
Or the doctor could know.
Well, yeah, Emil Hartman might know, yeah. But Emil Hartman would be someone who would be like, give me the shoebox.
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you the secret. If you stop updating your blog, it kind of goes in that direction a bit.
Yeah.
But they weren't in Ordinary.
No, none of these events were in Ordinary, so that's why it's interesting. The Seekers, some of them said
what size shoes?
what size shoes, and Alan Wake. Alan Wake would be an unlikely possibility because Alan Wake
only knows about it after the events of Bright Fall.
And he wouldn't know about it before anyway. And if this is set after the events of Bright Fall, then it's also unlikely to be Alan Wake because he's stuck in the dark place. Who would, like, okay, so it could be the Emil Hartman, but I would imagine Emil Hartman would want the shoebox for himself. He would just show up and try to take it, right?
Well, not necessarily show up and try to take it, because he was sneaky a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
So he could be trying to negotiate his way into the shoebox.
Yeah, right? I would think he would be more aggressive, or more. He would seem more welcoming than that.
I think he
would be less brash.
That could be Hartman, but I would say that's other than the control agents, which could also sneak in and pretend not to be control agents to try to get something.
The other person it could be is Barry.
Barry only after Alan Wake's events.
Yeah, after, right?
Yeah. So the question
is if it's before or after. Yeah. Based on the fact that she also dreamt about seeing the owner of the shoebox or owner of the house, and it turned out to be a guy in that gray coat, which looks a lot like Alan Wake, but could be Thomas Zane as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that about Rifna ×2? Oh, is it because Rifna is echoing? That's possible.
Am I echoing?
All right. I think that's the last one we're going to read, and we're going to switch to our next post now. Like not the blog, something else. Oh, double Rifna. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they can't hear you at all.
No, because I turned it off.
Yeah. Right, so that was our first thing. Our second thing is actually in the game. But we're gonna, before actually starting the game, we're gonna read about that part. Let's see. So, do y'all remember in our second session, in our second recording, we came across a whiteboard in front of the mailroom, and the whiteboard was full of this long scribble, and we were like, this is really long, we're gonna read it another time. So that time is now. That we're gonna read it now. Right, so let's there's music here too. There shouldn't be any music here, right? Oh, there is some music. The music is coming from there. Can you hear anything?
Yeah.
Ah,
It's the PlayStation music.
yeah.
You could mute it.
I'm gonna turn it down a lot. Okay, so we'll have to play with the sound a lot because on my side, my the volume is at minus 45 dB. So you should be able to barely hear anything while my sound is in the red. So yeah, we'll have to I cannot trust the levels that I'm seeing here. So I'll have to trust the seekers here. So let me know if the sound is tolerable now. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm gonna read this thing because this is interesting and we don't know yet. I haven't read it myself yet, so I don't know how this is relevant to everything else, but we're gonna find out. So this board says somewhere along the way, somewhere along the line, things went weird. No one was sure how this happened, whether it was something caused by someone or something, or if it just happened by itself. There were a lot of stories. Everyone had a theory of how it happened, of which maybe the weirdest and perhaps the only fittingly singled out here was the talk about a strange golden space helmet that someone had found and a secret research project to replicate and manufacture those helmets. It was said that the helmet opened a way to another place different from this one, but whether that other was actually a place or just something that came over you when you were wearing the helmet, no one knew, not even the scientists in charge of the project. In any case, or so the myth went, the helmets, or the people trying them on, brought the other closer to here. So the other place or other people closer to here. And things got weird. Things that people had learned to take for granted, like technology and physics and religions and time and stuff, just stopped working like they used to, stopped altogether, or became something different. There were lots of accidents and terrible catastrophes at first, and most people died and disappeared, and in some places it rained flowers and in others blood. And sometimes the other was very close and everything rippled and warped as something big in the other passed close by, and sometimes it was even almost like the old times. In time, people adjusted and adapted and learned to use the new things and laws to fix some of the old. But mostly as time went by, people just forgot that things had ever been different, and the weird became normal. Everyone, at least everyone who believed in the myth, thought that the golden helmets and those who wore them were bad, and they seemed to have a point. For those in the golden helmets, even while they were hardly ever seen anymore, were often on those rare occasions doing bad things. Luckily, the other gave many people strange abilities, and a few heroes rose to fight the bad things. And there were lots of these bad things and lots of good things as well. But now, even more than before, the other things were ambiguous and never simple or clear, and people barely could tell the good from the bad. In any case, things went on, and it was almost never boring. So that's the story. And someone wrote a note in the corner in red ink saying, "Who wrote this? Report to Dr. Darling." Okay. So, so this story basically, there's many interpretations of this, and I'm starting to remember what this is a reference to. because I kind of know the backstory behind it, but it's like implying that like the laws of reality were stable in the past, and then someone found this golden helmet and they used it to connect to a different place, and that place slowly came closer to our reality, and then everything got weird. And then there's this, so the people who replicated these helmets, whenever they interacted with the world, they would cause more of this reality warping. But at the same time, that other place granted many people supernatural abilities, which they used to fight off the bad things that came through the barriers. So that seems to be what it's talking about. I don't know if this is related to the world where the oldest house is located, or if it is just a general fable. But it seems to imply that this is the origin of all supernatural stuff that happen in any particular world. So, is there any chat I missed? No, I don't think so. Okay, so so someone in the oldest house has been going around writing this kind of stuff on whiteboards, and the other people in FBC seem to have no idea who wrote it. So that's interesting. Maybe we'll find more of these throughout Control. We'll see if we can find it. I mean, they don't show up as a collectible, clearly, but finding it would be interesting. It'll uncover a different facet of the story, perhaps. Okay. So I think that brings us to the time to actually play the game. All right, let's start that. There we go. How's the sound now? I can barely hear anything. So once the game starts and the shooting starts, it might get really loud. If it gets too loud, let me know and I will turn it down like by a huge amount. Okay, so the sound is low now. Okay, and turn it up a little bit. Okay. So the spiral entity that we're seeing, now we have a name for her. In the last session, Jessie, after she unlocked the entire internal lockdown, she decided to trust Emily and tell her about the spiral friend. And her name is Polaris. And she's an entity that's been with Jessie since the event in Ordinary. So she explained that in Ordinary, her brother Dylan, who she's looking for, and herself, like the two of them as a child, had found this slide projector in the landfill of Ordinary. And in that, when the slide projector was activated, it opened a dimension, opened up a new dimension that brought in some really messed up stuff. And because of that messed up stuff, like a lot of bad things, a lot of people got hurt. But they also had help from this entity called Polaris, who who basically bonded with Jessie and helped her fight off these things. And that after that, the Federal Bureau of Control showed up and decided to try to kidnap Jessie and Dylan. They managed to get Dylan, but Jessie escaped. So that was the event in the last that she revealed. And Polaris has been with Jessie since, and Polaris is the one who led Jessie to the oldest house. Okay, so I have 3 points left. I should maybe unlock one of these. So this will enable me to do more damage with launch. This will enable me to launch enemies when their health is low. I think that's pretty useful. I'm going to do that. Last time we learned to launch rockets back at the enemies, but this time we're going to also launch enemies themselves at other enemies. That'd be cool.
Need something?
Okay, let's see how loud the talking is, because that's gonna be a factor.
Hi, Jessie.
Okay, this is loud. Oh, these are new dialogues.
Yes.
Okay, so we should get through this then.
Yes, that's where we ended last night. Last time we said we were doing the dialogue until the start of this game, so that's where we're gonna start.
Okay. So, Darling's whereabouts.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be? But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs? Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought up a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
She doesn't like all the classified stuff either. Building shifts.
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. Yet one time a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water. It was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work
How do
here?
people work here?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before, and studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
Okay, Ocean View Motel and Casino.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
I mean, when we looked at the Ocean View Motel, we saw it had like 6 doors, right? Or 4 doors, maybe. 4 or 6, between 4 and 6. And each had a different symbol on it. And one of the symbol is the pyramid symbol, which leads back to the oldest house. But there was a spiral symbol, which I have seen while playing Alan Wake. So it could imply that that one leads to the Alan Wake universe. if it's not the same one as this.
So one thing I like about her theory is that she say maybe you can only exit by a door that you've entered,
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
which is an interesting theory. Which also mean that the Ocean View Motel and Casino could be a meeting place for people from multiple dimensions without allowing them to go from one dimension to another. It would be just like a conference place for people from different place. So if you enter the Ocean View Motel and another person from another dimension enter it, you could talk to each other, but you couldn't leave by each other's door.
Ah, that's an interesting way. Yeah, that's an interesting way to like do it. We haven't actually seen the casino part of the Ocean View Motel. It's just called Ocean View Motel and Casino. Could be like the casino is like it's like a gambling on the doors. You don't know where you're gonna end up. Okay, so the last point is control points.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What, I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of. Why?
Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just, wow. This blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. I don't want to lose my favorite test subject.
Yeah. So they just talked about the fast travel thing. It's something Jessie herself experiences. But like it's not something that's just exists for the gamer, right? It's not just for the player. It's also something that the character, like at least the main character, experiences.
She doesn't fast travel in the sense that she walks from one point to another, which in some game it's kind of implied. No, she actually teleports from one place to another, and no one else does.
Yeah, it's
That
only
is
her. It's only her
interesting.
who does that. Yeah. People missing.
And when we say no one else does, not even the previous director did. Because if the previous director did, they would have known.
Yep. So that's very interesting. Like she seems to have a different attunement to the house. All right, so we have all these options now. We've been to the maintenance sector in the last session because we went to the had to go there for the override. We had to take a back door. But now we have research sector and containment sector. These are the two new places.
So what are our mission right now? If we look at our main mission before...
Our main mission right now is find Marshall. So Pope informs Jessie that Marshall went to the research sector to create more HRAs. Jessie believes Marshall may know more about Dylan. Okay, so we're supposed to go to the research sector. That's what we're supposed to do. But I kind of want to go to the containment sector to see what it looks like. So I'm going to just go there first. Yeah, so next time battle shows up, let me know if it's too loud. Because I turned it down more than halfway. Okay, so we're in containment. So,
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
It's a maximum security prison for dangerous things. Okay. I guess we should.
we looked at the safe last time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should listen to that.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these. And
He's
none
so
of
dramatic.
It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable, something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever breached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
So that's a bit more explanation of the altered items. So was that easy to hear, like that video? This is super quiet. Oh God. See, this is the problem. Like okay, see, like dialogue is 100%. It can't like get higher than that. But I have the feeling that effects is the sound of those. You know, like, okay, so if I say effects to 0, let's say, let's experiment with that. And then I go. So you don't hear anything, right? So you don't hear anything, right? Now, if I go into that recording, can you hear the recording is the question. Yeah, there's no sound. Oh,
the
there is.
containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's
Okay,
a
so
vault
that's
for
fine. So we're gonna have to go into the effects.
Put the audio at 10. The effect at 10. It was at 20.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. With 12. Yeah, it's still pretty loud. Wow. Okay. Okay, good. This is a good level, I think. That should work. Yeah. All right, that's perfect. Okay. So now we know a little bit of altered items. So altered items are items that have gained a lot of power because humans gave them too much attention. That's really what it is. So that's why iconic objects, because everyone collectively looks at them a certain way, they tend to develop those traits, right? So like, yeah, in the olden times it would be gods, like idols of gods, but like in nowadays, things we stare at, things we worship a lot are like symbolic things, like I would say like television would be one of them. Television, refrigerator, something everyone goes to for a specific reason, and everyone thinks of it in a certain way collectively. Pencils, yeah, I think the pencil was for the same reason. But like, what else can we think of that's iconic? Well, I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's plenty of items that we're gonna encounter later that are like that. Azanity System says American Gods by Neil Gaiman explored this concept very interestingly. Yes, it did. I actually learned of American Gods because I was analyzing Control, because they have an overlap in this area. So that's another reason why I want to look into. I want to watch that show eventually for that reason. Okay, so there's a lot here. I don't think I'm not supposed to be here right now, but I was just curious. Hey, what's this? Hey, is that Trench?
Yeah, that's.
Who's the other person? The other person looks younger.
Yeah.
So it can't be Northmore. I wonder who it is. What is that? Huh. No idea what that is. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go back. We're supposed to go into the research sector to find Marshall, so I don't want to waste any more time. Have a good evening, Castle Bastion. As far as I remember, this mission is a bit long, so I want to get started soon. I will leave the side quest till later. Okay, so we're in the research sector. Look at the nice paintings. It's blurry. It's fine now. Hey, check it out. Central Research. Floating scientists.
Floating scientists, they learn to fly.
Well, no, they're floating because, the hiss got them.
What? No, they learn to fly. They're scientists. Who's talking?
The hiss are talking.
Oh.
Okay, I wanna.
Oh no, there's a video there.
Huh.
There's a video there. You go see that video.
We've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
And probably repeat.
Research sector, huh? Home of the Bureau's mad scientists.
Oh, you probably have it in your media.
Yeah, maybe we should watch it properly.
Multimedia. And you have one in the hotline that we didn't listen to. The
Oh,
research
darling.
sector. Research sector.
This one.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Yeah, so there was another one in the hotline that we haven't... The hiss? It's from the board. The hiss spread is searching for transmission speakers to corrupt chaos. The astral plane is a conflict switchboard. The hiss will come for us all. You must stop, shut up them. I find it interesting that they say to shut them up because the hiss is noise-based, right? Okay, so the reason I wanted to show something here. If you look from here in this direction, that shape, it looks like a cube from this angle, right? Like look at the, like it's like a silhouette of a cube, but also a hexagon if you like adjust the angles. That is interesting. It's an interesting design because that symbol appears in many different areas of the oldest house. There was no document. Okay, let's get going. The oldest house can fix anything I destroy. Oh, they're there. Flying ones now. Got that one. I'm gonna throw this one at another one. There you go. Yeah, there's another flying one I missed. It's gonna swoop at me if I don't do anything. There it is. Okay, that. Oh, they're snipers. Second, I want to check the sound. Did it go up again? I feel like it went. Okay. The snipers are on the across. Yeah. Whoa. You know what? Let's just take my shield. Recharging my shield here. Okay. Got that. That one. Oh god, more are coming. Got that one. These are the rocket ones. No. Nope, I didn't have power to use the ship. Oh god. Yeah, run upstairs. It's a good idea. There's a numbered person. Enemy. Oh. Threw the rocket back at them. Finally. No. I think we're good with Whew, alright. Let's start from the top and we'll look at all the documents from the beginning. So that was a long battle. Was the sound okay this time? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Seeker Dronan says, I used Tomasi as a fake name for my Dropbox account. That's cool. What led you to that name? Oh, yeah, completely. So the ritual division is here. Rituals are stuff that they use to kind of calm down altered items. That's one of the things that they do, but there's more to it. Okay, so that's our central research. We have to go left towards, like, to the north. Okay. Plant complaint. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into, Dr. Lewis. That was an unnecessary complaint. Why? The plants are really nice. And if the janitor approves of it, I don't think we should be complaining. I think, hey, look at that. Shoebox notes? What? We were just talking about shoeboxes. Okay, we need to get a closer look at this. Hold on a second. I'll do photo mode on this because in case we want to look at it later. Okay, how do we move down? Not like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, shoebox, huh? What's a good filter for this? Height player. To make it easier to read. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go with this one.
Did you see the last note? Who took the shoebox? We are in the middle of a test here. Bring it back.
Okay. Awesome. So the a shoebox is here. We don't know if it's the same one. I'm gonna take a photo first.
Yeah.
All right. So shoebox notes. Some notes. I think I've stumbled into something here. Only notes. Early hypothesis now. Further test needed. There was something here.
See. Samantha.
Hold on a second. There's some chats from the seekers.
See,
Basically, it sounds like they're using the Tibetan concept of tulpa, a thought form that becomes corporeal and sentient on its own. In a different culture, it's called an egregor. Okay. I'm not going to be able to respond for a while because I'm smoking some painkillers and laying down. Okay, awesome. That's fine. I hope you take care of yourself. If I didn't know you meant weed, I'd be like, you okay? Happy to see you here. I'm gonna still watch. Okay, awesome. All right, we're all caught up. Right, so some notes. Yeah, Shoebox retrieved from Ordinary in 2012. Okay, so
And it referenced Ordinary AWE of 2002.
reference Ordinary AWE of 2002. So 10 years before that.
No, but it referenced it.
Yeah.
So that means that when they retrieved it, it was 10 years after the AWE of
Yeah, but also the
Ordinary.
blog is written in 2012,
Yeah.
right? So Shoebox retrieved from Ordinary 2012. Samantha, what?
Oh my God, that answers so many questions. That board answers so many questions.
What does it say? Samantha Wells?
Wells,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the name of
Repopulation ongoing
in the town.
in the town. Repopulation. So that means the AWE took away the population.
Took away some of the population, and there's a repopulation happening.
Blog, The House of Dreams. Hey, that's the blog we were just reading. We're connecting them together now.
Yeah, and they say FBC alerted. So because they saw the House of Dream blog,
Oh,
the Bureau of Control has been alerted.
awesome. Okay, so
And
this connects
see
it
what they
back. Then
say?
then we have contents.
Point to
Contents
Thomas
point to
Zane.
Thomas Zane. Reference Bright Falls AWE. Okay, so this is referring to now Alan Wake, right? Like Bright Falls is where Alan Wake took place.
See, they say it referenced Bright Fall AWE
1970s
1970 summer and 2010 fall. 2010 fall is Alan Wake.
Yeah, and 1970 is Thomas Zane.
Is Thomas Zane.
Yeah. Connected AWEs. So now they're making a connection that like maybe these two AWEs were related. Okay, so then we have Shoebox retrieve. We read that potential altered item, not flagged. So they're thinking the shoebox might be an altered item. AWE in the lab, everything affected but the shoebox and contents.
Ooh.
Oh, there was an AWE in the lab itself when they were studying it?
Yeah, but the only thing that wasn't touched is the shoebox itself.
That
and
makes sense
whatever
because
was
that's
in
the
it.
nature of the shoebox, right?
Yeah,
We recreated the event. Oh, God.
same result.
Same result. Recreated with a different shoebox from home. Same result? What the fuck?
Any shoebox. See, that's what I talked about last time we had the stream. I talked about that every shoebox has that quality.
Because that's what Thomas Zane wrote into it, right? That
He
every
wrote-
shoebox in existence will be unaltered by whatever we do.
that everything you keep in a shoebox is conserved, which fit with the cultural belief that a shoebox is a great place to keep memories, mementos.
Yeah. Shoeboxes can't be altered. Contents safe. Why? How? A loophole? We could use this. Yeah, we could use this. This is gonna
And
be
yes,
fantastic.
a loophole is exactly what Thomas Zane said he was writing in by making shoebox
Yeah.
immune to things.
So then it says, who took the shoebox? We're in the middle of a test here. Bring it back, idiots.
So the thing about that note
Yeah.
is if we notice the shoebox disappear again and again and again, that is another quality about the shoebox that is weird. The only shoebox that doesn't disappear is the one that Cynthia has in the Vault of Light. And I think that actually means something. I think that when a shoebox is in a dark place, it can vanish.
That makes sense because it can like teleport around using the shadows or something. Because like the Samantha shoebox kept going in and out and it was in the closet.
Yes,
Right.
yes, and it kept reappearing right and left, always in dark place. But the only shoebox that never moved is Cynthia's one.
Because she always kept like 200 light bulbs facing. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, so now we know that Samantha's okay. I never actually read this before. I have not.
No, this is super
This is
exciting.
new for
This
us
is
as
new
well.
for us as well.
I've played the game. I didn't see this board before. So, yeah, so this is finally connecting the House of Dreams blog with all the events and with Alan Wake and Thomas Zane and the Bright Falls AWE and everything together.
This connect everything together. It connect Ordinary, the AWE of 2002, and it connect her AWE, which is the shoebox, and her blog and everything that happened around the blog. I mean, they probably considered that stuff like her being attacked in her house and then no one knowing there was anything happen is probably considered also an AWE.
Yeah.
For them,
Yeah.
like they consider the house itself is probably a different effect, and then it link it back to both of Bright Fall events, and it put everything together. This is so cool.
Okay, so we know that Jesse's stuff, Jesse's AWE with the slide projector, that happened in Ordinary because she said that in the
Yes.
in the last session we saw that. So does that mean her event happened in 2002
Yes.
and that 10 years later Samantha moved into the House of Dreams?
Yes.
Okay, well, that puts things in context now.
And Jessie said that was something like 16 years ago that her brother disappeared. So 2002 plus 16, that's 2018, 19. So it's exactly when the game was released, actually.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with that part.
Zanity says, this is funny to me because if that was our inner world, they'd be asking me why I was taking stuff left in the shadows.
Me and Queenie are made from shadow and darkness, so we travel best in our world through the dark and the shadows. Pretty much anything left out of the light is ours to mess with.
Yes,
That's cool.
Yes, which is another thing that I'm thinking. I think that shoebox tend to disappear if you leave them in dark place, while their content is completely immune to being messed with. Like you have to open the box and put things in or take them out, but they can't be altered. I think it's actually the different force of darkness that are taking the box and moving them around to try to find the box that they're looking for.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, of course, because they're looking for one particular shoebox.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's kept in the light all the time.
Yeah,
so that,
which is no longer efficient now because I mean it's already done, but they probably kept the habit of doing it.
okay, so we can't see this video properly because of this person, and we can't move them.
It's pretty interesting that people are floating in that meeting room. That means they were in a meeting.
Yeah, when the hiss
Came. Which I love that you see that kind of thing. There's too many rooms where there's no one. I feel that make the situation more realistic.
So
That it happened so fast that people were just in a meeting.
Seeker Zanity said, if they deal with the collective unconscious, did Rifner read about Jungian psychology's persona, shadow, etc.? Do you ever read them?
No, I didn't read them.
No. And if this is the collective unconscious, the old house, the shoebox could be things contained in shadow, part of the collective unconscious.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but also the shoebox concept we talked about is that humans had that cultural thing where if you want to preserve something, you put it in a shoebox. So the collective belief about that enabled Thomas Zane to make that change into reality.
Yeah, it was easy to simply adjust the rule to say, well, people use Shoebox to keep mementos and pictures and stuff and letters and stuff like that. So writing that actually is because Shoebox protect things and prevent them from being altered was an easy leap.
Yeah.
Because people already had the impression that putting things in a shoebox protected them from time. So
in our inner world, we have people. Well, we have a few people who travel through the shadows as well, like they teleport through them, and it seems to be a fairly common thing that happens in our, like, many of our unconscious minds. Does this even? Oh, we can look at the video. No, it's a.
yeah, that's a paper.
It's a thing. It's a document. Okay. A glimpse into the paranatural. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce blank behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to blank for full report. Seeker Zanity says, in Jungian psychology, if you bring the shadow forward, you reach an individuation process, reaching full psychic potential. Yeah, I was reading about that in... actually a post that Zanity shared on our social media. Yeah, that was interesting. That was very well explained there.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like they're trying to use the connection to the collective unconscious to explore synchronicity and predictive capacity.
Yes.
Yeah, there's actually it's a mild spoiler, but there's a lab here that studies synchronicity. I don't know if we're gonna get to it in this session, but we will get to it at some point in the game. Yes. And it's a pretty extensive lab, and there's a lot of experiments going on.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to explore. I don't think we explored it fully last time we played. I think
there was a lot of rooms we missed, I think.
Yeah, I think we just did an overview of the room last time.
But there were actually devices in it.
Dimensional research.
Oh god, dimensional research. I'm not gonna go there now.
No,
that's an extensive thing. We don't. Oh god,
enemies. You went upstairs, so now there's enemies. There was someone else, I think. Yeah, there's flying ones.
Okay. All right.
There's the other one there.
They can only dodge like one time, not like 2 times in a row. So that's the trick with those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there's nothing upstairs for now.
Yeah, only the dimensional research. We're gonna come back to that because that's a big one. That's a big...
Dr. Darwin office?
Wait, what?
His office is upstairs.
Dr. Darling's office is upstairs?
Yeah, there was a second door
okay,
that
we're gonna go there.
At.
We're gonna go there. What if he's in there? What if we can just talk to him? Drinking tea and sitting with his massive...
There, that's where his
Look at his
office
big
is.
doors to his office. Let's check out his office. Hey, we just got a new multimedia.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs.
He looks really tired.
What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the hadron resonance anyway? Oh, fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Yeah, he's really messed up by this point. He's like so tired.
This is like, this shows so much like his frame of mind when he was working on the HRA. Like this, like he dropped his drink, he's tired, his hair is messed up, they're longer than they were, like he didn't have a haircut in too long. Like, it's really interesting. And all the designs everywhere, the notes all over the place.
See all that hexagonal shape that I was talking about? It's the
Yeah.
same shape that was at the entrance of the of this sector.
Despite what you may have
There's a
heard,
bunch of documents. You're
Yeah.
skipping them
HRAs are
right
not
now.
monitoring devices.
I'm just looking at the lab for now.
Tracking your movements or
He
listening
has
to
a
your
big
conversations
lab, but
while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
I like that he says that. I like that he admits that the government is spying on you regardless of whether you have devices.
Yeah. Like, why are you worried about that? Like, you work in a government office. We're already spying on you.
We can't do more extra spying. This is just to protect you from the hits. Okay, anyway. Astral plane. Okay, did we miss any conversation down here? Never consider using synchronicity to try and make future predictions, but it kind of sounded what they were going for in that letter. Or even just like predicting behaviors of altered items that respond to synchronicity. That could be another one. Too many Jaeger bombs there, Casper. Absolutely exhausted, defeated, but doesn't stop moving forward. Still trying to do his positive spin. Yeah, like it's a good thing they had a positive person in that place, because otherwise things would have just imploded. No one would have survived that. The astral plane and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users to the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the blank and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Object of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. So they have a lot of theories, but they don't have any explanation. And there was another one here.
You'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat.
Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleagues Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malts, so I left a bottle of whale-aged brown on your desk. Oh wow, that's a bribe. They just tried to bribe him to get more funding.
Don't worry. It'll be, quick.
Ah, this is important. Utilization of paranatural elements, resonance. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Blank opened the door to a blank I've called blank. The blank emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common blank, common resonance, common frequency? That we've yet to discover. We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer to this whole time? Okay, we're going to come back to this resonance theory later because it's going to become more relevant later. And look at this thing. It's one of those thingies.
We're making more.
One of those thingies that, like, I'm going to switch it on. Love those things. Conservation of energy in Newtonian sense. Objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the blank, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on. So they're talking about the board here, I think, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the board, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very blank of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the board, but had the connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the blank? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death to the user, if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the board is a natural fact and not something more blank? Sinister? Intentional? Cool. That isn't a good point. Is the object of...
Let's keep looking now. Keep around the room at last time, just to be sure we didn't miss anything. And what about the whiteboard? Behind the whiteboard, nothing. Looking at all the boards.
What about behind here? No.
Now you're on top.
Whoa. Okay. That's a light.
There's two boards over there. There's a smiley board and a frowny board.
Yes, and no. They're arranged in like a smile and a frown. That's interesting. And this one, it's just graphs.
Okay.
Hey, there's a photo of the sector. All right, there's a couple of messages. Interesting how philosophy and science often comes boiled to a metaphysical concept of the world, vibration theory and all that. We've made art like the yes/no stickers. Ah, wow, awesome. Okay, enemies coming. We're not going to dimensional research. We're going downstairs. Oh god. And a lot of defense. I'm gonna throw his bombs back at him. I think we got those. Two. There's more coming. Oh. They're like surrounding me constantly. Okay. Whoa, what's going on here? Did we get everyone? Why is the music still like that? Oh, there's one guy up there. Okay, well, we gotta be careful. Yeah. That's why I'm getting away from it. Because- yeah, if I have enough charge, yeah. One. Throw me another one if you want. Oh, come on. These battles are intense now. Not flying at all, no. So we're following the right wall, and I think we. All right, so this is there's a shelter here. Okay. Yeah, so some chat here. We've made the art like this. I read that this game is also related to the SCP universe. We have a multiplayer SCP game we haven't played it. It's inspired by the concepts from the SCP, so but it's not related, like not directly, like not in a connected universe sense, from what I know. But I thought that of that cause the joke came to mind. Of course, it takes an SCP to fight an SCP. What's an SCP player character? Oh, wait. Oh, as in like... Oh, right. Because both of them are... have similar abilities. NA. Not applicable. AWE 18. A possible AW in which an unnamed individual experience transcorporeality via phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE blank, in which blank. Event response. Event is believed to have been caused by blank, and as a result of the following measures have been taken to prevent blank, 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 blank. Okay, that's like pretty much everything is classified there. When the girl you're playing that didn't transfer in the memories. Okay. Is there more coming? I just fought you all. God, he avoided that. I pick it off from the air sometimes. Those missiles. I think that's everything. Yeah. There's more spots down there. This place is huge. Do you all see that? How big this place is? We came down 3 flights of stairs. And then there's more down there. The sector is massive. Where are we supposed to go? Seems like we're supposed to go that way. Okay, I guess we could come back to that after I explored the rest of the downstairs. Oh, there's a side door here. This one leads to... doesn't say. There's a side staircase. And blood and people getting killed. And a shelter. I'm gonna grab the shelter stuff. There's 2 labs down here. Maybe I'll go there after. This is... I don't want to do too... Oh, God. Look at them. We found the mold. We found an infestation of mold, but these aren't harming me right now. But take a look at that. This place is covered in mold. And then there's a hole here. You see that? See that? There's a hole here. And I think if you go down this hole, you might find the source of the mold. So we're not going to do that now. The mold is a separate thing we have to deal with later. It's a side quest. We might have to do it in a different session altogether. But there's a chest up there.
Yeah, you can.
We might be able to. Okay. Not through there. Maybe through... Oh, double jump, yeah. Good idea. There we go. Astral blip. Seeker Zanity says, bedtime for me. It was good hanging out and seeing where this has gone. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for hanging out and thank you for all your contributions. See you later. Also, yeah, the recording will be available for later. Have a good night. Okay, so I think we're in the lowest floor right now. Just making sure. Oh, there's a document. Thresholds. Utility. Thresholds have always been the sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by blank, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau. But we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particular prolific plant. These are the distinct cases and worth comparing, as their studies offer vastly different dangers and rewards. Okay, so we had a question earlier. I think the viewer in the oldest house can also check our document that will show this. We have a document. We had a question in one of our pages. What is the black rock? All right, Fire Don't Talk. I'll see you later as well. Yeah, so what is the black rock? The black rock, in this context, they're saying the black rock is something they discovered through one of the thresholds. Called the quarry. So the quarry is where they mine the black rock, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's where the black rock is from. We still don't know what it is, but we know it came from the quarry. I'm gonna make a note of that. Oh, right. We learned that they use the black rock to protect the servers from other intrusions, so it could be a protective thing. But okay, so I'm gonna just mention rock from the quarry. Yeah, but we don't yet know what it is, so I'm gonna leave the question around. Okay, anything else going on related? I don't think so. All right, okay, let's get back into the rhythm. Look, a cafeteria. Oh, there's more information on BlackRock. Hi, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre video office? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong. Beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis on the 2 black rock samples you sent. The prism, or whatever you called it. I filed them in the usual place, under C for Carla. A handy mnemonic device, right? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't even remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. Asking someone out on a date through a memo is really weird. Oh yeah, the music's off. Not seeing anything here. I feel like it's really quiet right now. Here's another bathroom. Looks exactly the same. Something here. Oh, chest. I'm supposed to go in the mid-level. I'm just exploring the bottom level. That was the radio. So the bottom section is for the mold. I think we're supposed to go here. Yeah, just like the other time. We destroy these and the barrier comes down. There we go. Parapsychology. Yeah. If we go north, we're gonna get to where we're supposed to go. And we have the level 3 keycard now. It looks like another control point.
Price! Come in, Price! This is Marshall. We need...
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
Okay, so Marshall's just behind this thing. We have Astral Exhibition, Parapsychology, and Parakinesiology. We're going here. We have to get up on that first. Is there anything in there? Nope. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's a lot here. Gonna wait for these to show up. Get closer. Don't have enough power yet. Now I do. Oh, no, rockets. Who's dropping fiery boxes at me? Okay, let's go upstairs. I think that's everything. Okay. Well, since we're here, look, we have mannequins. Anyone up for mannequins in this really messed up supernatural place? Anyone up for dealing with mannequins? They're not moving or anything, but you never know. If they're not dangerous, why are there tapes sealing them in? This looks sealed. So there's a couple of red things. The red usually indicates hiss. So I'm guessing there are something in there, like an object or a person. Do you see that? Someone's tied to the chair. Maybe it was a prisoner or something. Or a patient. And now they got corrupted by the hiss. And there's another one here. Wait, they were walking around and they just came and sat down as soon as they came in front of it. Does that mean they're just pretending to be tied? That one is tied. And this one is floating. See, it's And then when he sees me, he comes and sits on the chair. That's interesting. What does that mean? Oh, emergency call. That's the other AWE that was like mostly all blanked out. Transcripts of a call to the California State Emergency Services. Dispatcher, 911, what's the emergency? Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I am inside the wires. I'm lost. Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where, ma'am? Go, gone, away. Okay, can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Ma'am, hello, ma'am. Dispatcher attempt to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. I saw everything here, I think. Yeah, everything. Oh, there's a control point here and a video.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid, the board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
When he turns the control point, everything goes back in order. Yeah. Yeah. This is like a model of the astral plane. Right? Like this is the kind of stuff we see in the astral plane. There's a video here. That looks interesting. Astral Exhibition. The Astral Exhibition was originally built for the astronauts to use as a training location, a place to grow accustomed to the sights and sounds of the astral plane before diving into the real thing. We could have done a better job with it, but Blank was being stingy with the budget. However, once we discovered the Blank, we decided to repurpose the space. Similar to how zoos hope similar surroundings will affect the well-being of their animals, we hope to observe the Blank's behavior in an environment similar to its home dimension. So it's a creature from another dimension. So far, it just breaks everything we put in with it, but Rome wasn't built in a day. New naming conventions have been established for the astral entity, now known as Astral Spike. Outdated terms in this report have been redacted. Astral Spike is the name of the entity they got from the astral plane. We saw only two types of creature in the astral plane. One was those people, like humanoid shaped ones, and one was that like spiky like a, what do you call those? Singularity. It looked like a singularity. No, it's a TV.
An early hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
So one of the creatures came back, one of those singularity creatures.
That kind of give an idea of who were the people in those rooms. They must be astronaut.
Possibly, but
and
also
they were
like
sitting in those rooms that are sealed rooms, and that's why in one of the room there was blood everywhere. It's probably because it came from that person that brought back something.
There it is.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
They were creating astral, those, like the buildings similar to the astral plane in that space to make it more comfortable. But it's interesting that they say that this creature, it feeds on thoughts, right? So it's been feeding on everyone's thoughts. Like that's why they get drawn to you, because you have thoughts. So if you stop thinking, it's gonna stop pursuing you. Okay, so we need to get past this somehow. I guess we're going in. I'm gonna close this so it doesn't get out. There you are.
It's coming for you now.
It's not that fast, so it's not a huge deal to try to avoid it, but it's like lots of flashing lights here.
Where are you supposed to go now? There's a chest over there.
I'm gonna grab the chest first.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Oh wow.
It's fast enough, darling.
Wait. Oh. It grows bigger.
Yeah.
You can make it smaller by breaking it, but
I think you have to go.
hey, this thing. Somewhere. There we go.
It's coming at you.
I think if I can get in here and trap it in here.
Yeah, keep running.
Oh, it didn't go in.
No, it's coming for you now.
Oh, there's another one.
Another one missing.
Yeah,
Where is it?
I need to find it.
Oh, there it
it
is.
is.
Don't shoot at him.
It's not gonna get destroyed. I just need to... Maybe I can just do the shooting to make it smaller. Yeah. Where's that
Behind
one?
you.
There we go.
It's coming. It's there.
have to go out here.
And press that button there.
Okay, now it's trapped over there. On both sides.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What was the Bureau doing with that
Good
thing?
question.
A zoo. They said it. They kept it as a zoo. It's their pet. Their mascot.
Someone answer, damn it! We need backup down here!
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
There's gonna be people.
Parasite.
Oh.
Oh, it's that thing. Do you all see that thing? I want to show you something. That's a hiss cluster. I want to show something because we can zoom in with the photo mode.
It's really interesting.
So, what's the focus distance? Yeah. So, if we look at this thing, it's like what is going on in here, right? Oh, wow. We just got our community just got a raid. Just gonna pause for a second. We'll be back shortly. Whoa, that is a, I don't know what just happened there.
It's moving.
Oh, it's moving. Okay.
You caught it just before it moved.
Okay. So if we get closer, there's like, how do we enable that? Okay. That's the zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see something here. There's, if we get really close, like we see the red light on it, and wow,
There's like
this
reflection
is hard
inside
to
of it.
navigate a bit. I think this is the closest we can get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get zoom even further. All right, so based on this angle here, I don't know if it's gonna work, but you know that thing where we can hide player and hide other characters? Look what happens when you hide other characters when it comes to the hiss cluster. Like it changes the way it looks. Does that mean that inside this cluster is a person, is an actual
the interesting
character?
thing also is that they don't consider the hiss cluster to be a character.
Yeah.
Which they could, because all enemies are character, but somehow not the hiss cluster.
somehow the shimmer around doesn't disappear, but something inside does.
Yeah.
Just one thing inside. Like there's a part of the inside that's missing when I hide the character. But then, like, what part is that? Like, what does that represent? It's a mystery that I haven't figured out yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm very curious about it because it's like it's a space that's distorted, so we don't know what's we can't see clearly what the original thing was.
If you look up, see there's people in different chairs.
Yeah, which disappear when we do it.
Yeah, but there's people in those chairs.
Yeah.
So those were probably test subject.
Well, they're also like that's how they get into the astral plane. They put someone in a chair, and then they put the helmet on, and then they connect to the astral plane, which they explained in the his elevated note, I think.
Oh, maybe, but anyway, it's interesting to see that there's some people that are still sitting in those chairs.
Yeah, they got hit in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so his clusters heal other enemies, destroy them to make the fight easier.
Yeah, so you could shoot it from there.
I could,
yeah,
but it just moves around so fast.
You should try to shoot it from there.
Almost got that.
Yeah, okay, so now you can also shoot them. I mean, they're down there.
Yeah, this is a good vantage point, yeah.
You can use your gun, you can use your powers. It's gonna be way easier.
They have also a good target on me.
Yeah, there's someone there. There's someone across from you.
They avoided their own rocket somehow. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna focus on you for now. Oh god.
He's shooting.
Alright, I'm gonna go back down.
Yeah, but he's gonna have you in his target up there.
But I can
too.
heal down here because I
Yeah.
shot at them. Seriously. It was a bad idea to stay up there.
You think?
Yeah. Because then I can shoot them, but I can't heal. If they hit me once, then I don't have any way to heal.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have stayed there until you get hit once and then go down. At least you destroy as many as you can before you go downstairs.
Yeah, I think after hitting the hiss cluster, I should just go down.
Mm-hmm. Or focus on the guy that is shooting at you from across.
There's ones on the ground that's doing it too. Like, oh god, we're so far away.
No, not that far.
Yeah, we're past the whole... We have to get past... Oh, that thing is
For
gone.
real?
That thing is gone.
Oh, that thing is gone.
I trapped it already, so that's fine. Astral Strike is not gonna be a problem. Unless we open that door again, and then it's gonna come out.
Yes, don't open the door.
Alright, so just the hiss cluster. God.
Okay. So, there, he's there.
He's hiding every time.
There.
Almost. Okay, got it.
That's better.
How did that get up here? Okay, now we gotta go downstairs. That was useful.
There's some flying. Still strapping.
Okay, so there's
someone
some
shooting
behind me.
you. Where is he? Who's shooting at you? Where is he? There. There.
That's a big furniture. Take a seat.
Oh, there's some on the other side.
Okay.
There. There's some upstairs.
Wrecking this entire office. I think there's more coming from behind me.
Maybe.
Oh, I think it's one of those barriers I can't get past unless I destroy all the hiss around here. Yep.
There.
Take the documents later. Okay, that's blocked as well. Both are blocked, okay. Oh, chest.
You grabbed the thing?
I think I did. Maybe I
You
didn't.
run away so fast. Yeah, you don't.
Okay, no,
Oh,
I
you
couldn't
can't.
take it because I'm full. I'll deal with that later. There's still some hiss around. I have to take care of them. What is this?
A computer?
Oh, okay. It's not. Is
A
that a
hiss
computer
filled
possessed by the
computer.
hiss?
A hist-filled computer. Maybe people. There's
there's-
people up there.
Okay. We're gonna climb those stairs.
Go around the column. There.
That was a
bomber.
fire extinguisher that I threw at them. Oh no.
There's a lot of them.
So that-
And he's shooting bombs, so be careful.
It's slow though, so that's good.
He shoots bombs.
I think we got everyone here.
Yeah, take the...
And the control point. Cool. Just making sure I got... Yeah, we got everyone. Whew, alright, that was an intense one. And there's a thing over there. We're
There's
gonna
a lot
take
of things
the
over there.
control point first.
If anyone is listening, we've encountered heavy resistance. We've fallen back to the lock department. All agents are ordered to converge here.
Awesome.
Lock department. Okay.
Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3 things here.
Yeah, and more downstairs. You have too much material. You can't take them.
Yeah. I'm gonna just clear things out a bit. Okay, so I think that's good for now.
Yeah, that should allow you to grab a bunch of different
Yeah.
things. Documents.
Document.
Captive audience.
Investigate the X-ray light box object of power. We'll do that later.
The astronaut information?
No, that's not what it was.
You didn't read it?
We did. We did read that. Where is the X-ray thing?
Well, I thought that was the astronaut information.
No. We read that already. No, maybe not.
No, you didn't.
I thought I did. This report serves as an introductory guide to the astronaut program, including candidate requirements, training practices, and astral research procedures. Astronauts are chosen individuals who explore and document the astral plane by making physical contact with the X-ray light box. Oh, that's how they do it. They don't have a other way of doing it. Okay, so it's an object of power. In the hypnosis lab, a section of the parapsychology division. Physical and psychological training is vital for the repeated transition between planes, known as dives. After each dive, astronaut must undergo blank session in the cognitive recording chairs to record their experience in the plane. Gathered data has conclusively proven that blank within the astral plane vary widely between astronauts. On rare occasions, these dives can result in losses, often occurring when teams encounter aggressive astral entities. Okay, so I think it's basically that mission I just accidentally selected. It's about the X-ray light box. So we could look into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're gonna save that for later. This is in the where? Let me just check the map. How far is it? Oh, it's just on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should do the other one first.
Let's do the main mission first, and then we'll go for it. Because it's not too far.
There's another one there.
Just on
Groupthink.
one little lamp here. Groupthink. Rethinking groupthink. This study extends the works of Irving Janis, Robert Barron, and others by proposing strong causal links between groupthink and the passive or active use of telepathy. To prove these connections, the parapsychology department carried out variations of Solomon Ash's original conformity experiments using a telepathic individual as the subject. See experiments blank for details. Extensive qualitative and quantitative data resulting from these experiments was then used to identify telepathic interference within the group. Further empirical findings suggest measures can be taken to safeguard against telepathic influence on behaviors by engaging in blank. Rather boldly, this paper stands to revolutionize decades of groupthink theory and provide new directions for further experimentation of the mind, including manipulation of blank and blank. I know very little about these concepts, so we'll have to come back to that later. I destroyed the brain.
Yeah, you should go downstairs and check if you're Oh, maybe you can tap the thing of power. It will put things back together if there's documents. It didn't put back things together. That's
yeah, that's odd. I thought it did. Oh, there's a thing up there. Can I climb this ladder? I can.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there's a document.
Precognitive powers. Nadine, send this to research for analysis regarding my precognitive powers. Urgent. Dr. Darling, last night I had a dream. In the dream, I was given the solution to a staffing problem I'd been presented with just yesterday. The problem is of a confidential nature and must be therefore remain unclarified here, but I can assure you that the method through which I received this helpful information was undeniably paranatural. I can only draw the conclusion that I possess exceptional precognitive abilities, and as such, offer my services to the Bureau's research team. We must utilize my powers for the greater good.
That is pretty funny.
Everyone wants to be part of the big research.
I don't know if everyone wants. That office there? Must be stuff there. Behind you? Nowhere here.
Nothing here.
Oh, yes. Look that way. Isn't that? Oh, I thought that was a circle thing. Okay.
Is this a scary game? Depends on what you're scared of. So,
It's an action game. It's not really a scary game.
it's about a world where, it's by people. It's about a government agency that's trying to control and contain paranatural phenomenon on Earth, and their office is in a building that's made of the collective unconscious of humans.
So
it's called the oldest house.
Men in Black, but for ghosts and supernatural events instead of aliens.
But most of them are like paranatural things in the sense that they're like items and places where the laws of physics have been changed, and they're responding to human thoughts and beliefs rather than laws of physics as we know it.
Recording chair procedure.
So before using the recording devices, please ensure the following safety measures are met. Ensure the volunteer is securely fastened in their chair. Ensure the hood is placed over the volunteer's head. This will prevent the volunteer from taking in visual stimuli during the record process, which can lower the quality of captured footage. This also prevents recording technicians from viewing the volunteer's face, which undergoes muscle spasms during the recording that some consider upsetting. Check if the volunteer is comfortable. Activate the recording apparatus. After recording is complete, check volunteer cognitive ability using the provided questionnaire. Reminder, do not be alarmed if the length of record footage exceeds the volunteer's period of unconsciousness. Astral dilation is a known issue. If any problems arise during this process, contact the supervisor. So the recording might last longer than how long the volunteer is in the experiment, because the time in the astral plane might be longer. Was there anything
Okay.
else down here? I don't think
No,
so.
I think you're good. I think you're good.
All right, let's continue then.
Yeah. That's the challenge of getting all the documents from every fighting.
Wait, this is the
That's
hypnosis
the
lab.
hypnosis lab.
Okay, we'll go there later.
Yeah. First, you should save Marshall. Then we can go do other stuff.
Yeah.
So Marshall is the security.
The head of security. So,
and they have been attacked by the hiss.
well, the whole house has been attacked by the hiss. So, by the time when she came here, it was already like that. But
Wait.
like,
There's a
there's
button
devices
there.
called HRAs that protect people from the hiss. So we are.
You should try that device first.
Which other device?
The thing that was behind you, darling.
Okay. But this is the way I came. Oh,
Yes,
this is the way I
how you
went
came.
first.
Yeah,
Because the way it was blocked. Okay.
yeah.
Just
You should try that
this
thing
thing.
there. Yeah.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm setting the elevator for you. We need to talk.
She's got that right.
More of you? Really?
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, the elevator is there.
Let's go upstairs. This elevator goes to a height that the stairs don't reach.
Yes.
And it opens on the side. Oh, there you go.
And there's someone there.
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the
Right
hall.
down the hall. But I'm gonna go to the washroom first.
I'm gonna go everywhere else first because that's how
The other
games are
washroom.
played.
Aha, a document.
Someone's.
Rubber duck supplement.
Okay, so Rubber Duck AI-52. Discovered in the home of Agent Blank after his young daughter complained of being followed by her rubber duck. According to Agent Blank, the matter was ignored, believed to be the result of a child's imagination, until he began to hear the quacking at night. After discovering the item hiding in his daughter's closet, he brought it to the Bureau for study. Update. It was discovered that Agent Blank was bringing known paranatural materials into his home, illegally taking them outside the oldest house. How this may have affected the creation of an altered item is being investigated. Agent Blank has been terminated. So the rubber duck was...
Wait, there's someone dead there.
Yeah, the rubber duck is an altered item that follows follows people around and quacks at night.
Marshall is waiting for you in the luck lab, just down the hall.
But why is one of them red? That's a weird shade. Like
He got a sunburn from the light.
that's not how things work.
What?
Yeah, okay, no, it's just the darker skin has a red tone to it. All right.
Oh, you
let's do
can grab that.
Let's grab this.
Is that a document?
Luck and probability. There's no documents around.
Oh, luck and probability. That's cool. Okay.
Okay, they look exhausted and
They're hurt.
and
Some
hurt.
of them have wounds. I think that's like a
Hey. Oh, that's a clover.
4-leaf clover.
Yeah. We're gonna deal with the
I think
luck
it's-
items
it's
later.
Like a ward where they keep people that are being hurt.
Yeah. There's the cats. We're gonna deal with the cats later as well.
Yeah, don't
lucky
touch
cats.
things. Let's just go see
There
Marshall.
you are. I was starting to worry.
Okay, so this room here, I missed it last time. There's an entire puzzle in there, related to a roulette table, and it's about affecting the luck of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna come back later to do that.
But it's at level 5 anyway.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Phaeton. I'm Helen Marshall, head of Bureau Operations. Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jesse. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
Here's the situation. Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss.
Well, it's probably...
Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Okay, so I noted this door here, level
It's
5.
level 5.
If there's anything in this
So
place
when
that
I
can
get the
improve our
level
luck, we
5
ought to try
card,
it
I'll
out.
have to come back
You know,
here.
just in case.
Do not touch anything.
Just gonna quickly check out the shelter before
There's
we engage
probably
the enemy.
stuff already engaging you.
Yeah, they're gonna come. We're getting into the ritual division now.
They're
Okay,
down
they're
there.
kind of far away.
You should-
We'll have to clear that control point. But we're gonna...
Big shelter because they're...
I see rangers over there. We
Oh.
have to help them.
Okay. There's allies too. Okay.
Okay. I thought I grabbed it. There's a hiss cluster.
You're gonna have to kill this cluster first.
Yeah, but it's being protected by the other thing, so it's a balance. Okay, about the hiss cluster. Good thing it's a long corridor because
There's
exit
one
easier.
there.
Where are the rangers?
I don't know.
I don't see them.
But there's... I think they're further down. Yeah, they're further
The
down.
green one.
See?
Oh god, what is... Oh, it's one of those. Get away from the explosion, people.
There's another one there.
Don't die. Where are you?
I think they died.
Okay, there's some. Okay, I think we got everyone. I just heard them. Oh. There's one.
There's one left. Everyone else died.
Damn. Whoa.
No, I think
Okay, I
I think
can't
you have
go
to
in there
do
until I
the
clear
control
the
point
control
first. Yeah, I think you have to do the control point first. It's gonna clear up the space.
Is there anything else in the area? There's that
some-
item.
Yeah, some items. I think that's it. Just the
Okay,
control
let's
point.
clear it.
There's more coming.
Oh god, it's that thing. hide for a bit. You all need to get away from that. Don't have powers.
You should go around.
Ow.
Just go around. You're gonna be able to grab blue things.
Okay, where are you? Oh. Good thing there's no these clusters around, because that would have been a painful experience. Okay. Let's run. Oh, what? Where did it come from?
He shot you.
Where though? Where is he?
He's behind it. There.
Oh. That was a good explosion. Just I need to hit him just one more time.
Yeah, there's also another one behind him. See, there's a little one.
Okay,
there.
yeah, that's fine. Hopefully, I just need to escape through here. Okay.
There's two now.
That little one.
There's a couple of them.
Well, that was intense.
You have too much stuff now. Weapon
Shatter
mods.
recoil and spin. We don't have any spin yet, so we can't really.
Yeah, but you have too many mods. You should get rid of some.
I don't want to right now. Let's just cleanse this.
Or try to again.
Second time.
Second
Okay.
time the charm.
It worked. Ooh, this is a big space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did the ranger survive? I think he's
I
gone
don't
there.
think so. I think they all died. You should go back to see Marshall.
We have to find Darling's HRA lab next. Where is that? It's not too
Oh.
far. It's just down the hall.
Oh, okay.
Because we need to create the HRS for everyone. Is there anything?
There's a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go along the wall just to see. This is like a hub room. It's going in. Okay, this is
Yeah.
where we need to go through. Where it says.
Protective study.
Yeah, protection studies or whatever.
Ritual
Then
office.
we have ritual office, which goes. I don't know where it goes. Oh, it's elevator. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
come back to
because
it.
the office is on another floor.
And on this side. Huh.
Central research.
Central research is blocked off right now.
Mhm.
And
That's
on
where
this
you came
side is
from?
where we came from.
And what is that? That's
That's the synchronicity lab. We're gonna go
Ooh.
there later. That's gonna open up a whole lot of stuff. And
That's
then there's
a
the safe room that we
yeah.
couldn't open before.
probably open now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a document.
Oh wow, we got another
Jasmine tea.
Jasmine tea.
Threshold kid proposal.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second and I'm gonna be back again. We need to deal with something.
Okay.
Okay, we're resuming our recording. Our guest is a bit unavailable right now, but they'll come back later. Let's continue with this. There we go. Okay, so we just found this document, and this document is interesting because it's about the Threshold Kids. So, initiative proposal, the Threshold Kids. With the recent arrival of the blank, there are certain glaring gaps in the Bureau's ability to educate and raise a young blank. There are no other blank for blank to play with, and blank is expected to learn about or frightening new concepts. You know, I want to fill this up a bit. I think this says a young child, maybe, or young boy, young girl. The second sentence probably says that there are no other children for the child to play with, and the child is expected to learn about a frightening new concept. And that's my guess with this. Then it says solution. Blank will require a slow, blank-friendly, like child-friendly, introduction to paranatural topics. With this in mind, allow me to introduce The Threshold Kids, a television show in which a cast of cheerful puppets explain the dangers of living at the Bureau, but also show the fun side of the paranatural. Budget would be minimal. I took a few puppet making courses at my local community center. We can have research staff build the sets, record the footage, and even do the voices. It'll be good for morale, and I guarantee blank will respond positively to these videos. We can't expect a blank to enjoy lectures and people in lab coats, but as television has proven for years, blank love puppets. So I know some of you from our community have seen the Threshold Kids, and I'm sure some of the viewers at the oldest house have also seen Threshold Kids, either through our transmission or through our directly themselves. So do you think the Threshold Kids fulfilled the goal of having cheerful puppets who are, what are the descriptions here? Cast of cheerful puppets. And do you think the Threshold Kids show what is that adjective? I'm just losing it now. The fun side. Do you think it shows the fun side of the paranatural? Fun side, yeah, no. So that's an interesting.
Well, that explains where they get the puppet.
Our guest speaker is back. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I never left. I was just here.
No, I had to activate you in the thing, or else it doesn't record properly.
Okay. Well, I was saying that, it explained where the puppets come from.
Yeah. Community college. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the lab we're supposed to go into. I wonder if there's any... did we miss one?
No, there's the ritual office that you have to go to the elevator.
Okay, I think we got everything. What about the middle of the room?
What's in the middle of the room?
Like, see if there's anything. Any documents? No.
No.
Okay.
There's items, but that's it.
Protective studies. Okay, so we're going to Darling's HRA lab. We have to... Wait a second, there's... These look interesting, these little cells. What are they for?
I don't know.
And we see the symbols again.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I wonder if the sequence means anything. Why are they on the table? Is it the same sequence here? I don't think so.
They're like altars.
Yeah. No, it is the same symbols. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, remember the Dr. Darling was saying that altered items, they need to be placed... No, Trench was saying that.
Yeah.
That altered items need to be placed on an altar because they need to be worshipped.
To be worshipped.
Yeah, otherwise they freak out.
Just go there's another one there.
Oh, look at that.
That's the rubber ducky.
Hey, it's the rubber ducky. Do you see the rubber ducky?
Yeah.
That's one of the altered items.
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale, from 0 to 14. No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate. Can you understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words. No response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Okay, so she was experimenting on the duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's red, so you can't go in.
Yeah, we can't interact with the duck. But anyway,
that's the duck
that's the
they
altered
found.
item, the rubber ducky that was mentioned. I think it was mentioned here, but it was like
No, it was mentioned in a record.
Yeah, report, research, somewhere. Case files? Yeah, altered items, rubber duck there. It's supposed to follow the person around and quack sometimes at night. But it's inside, so it's probably not gonna get affected.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Which way am I going? Oh.
No, you're going that way.
That way. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because there's gonna be enemies.
All right, let's check the surrounding. This is
you're
going
done.
back.
You're done.
Nothing here. So the only altered item here is the rubber duck. Interesting.
I guess they didn't have too much stuff.
This way to the lab? Okay. You must like these HRAs. Sounds like Darling built them. And most of the things around here. If Marshall can't help us with Dylan, he's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
Unlikely to be taken over because he's the one who built the HRAs. He would have worn one himself.
Yeah. Can you remove the stuff?
I think I can remove these so I can go past it. Where is this going? Oh, in this little passageway. Oh, weird. It's the back entrance to
something.
Yeah. Seems to go behind the whole facility, but I can't seem to go through. I guess I don't know how to enter the pipes yet, or is it that thing?
Oh,
Okay.
that's probably high up there, but you can't go right now.
Right, it's too high up. So I will need to, I'm gonna make a note for all the places that are unreachable because they're too high. So this is near
the HRA lab.
This is near protective studies. So behind protective studies. Okay. So we'll come back to it once we are able to get a higher jump.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going this way.
Yeah, there's something there.
There's a chest here. So Marshall might be able to point us to where Dylan is. Dylan is Jesse's brother who the Bureau took years ago. Oh, what is this? Okay. I'm guessing we have to match the symbol.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Keep going.
This one. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, it's getting closer.
That's close. Again. Oh, that was close.
There. Each time I press a button, it rotates, so that's how you do it. Ah, we're in the HRA lab.
You led me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Oh, there.
Polaris just points at things. Polaris doesn't say anything, right? Like, so she doesn't... Polaris is because, you know, Polaris is not human, right? So, but it's interesting. She points to the answers. Okay. Hey, isn't that a fragment of a black rock?
It looked like it.
And then we have these. I don't know what they
There's
mean
other
yet.
stuff you can look at.
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, there's documents.
Okay, black rock prisms. Black rock prisms are unique formations of black rock, distinct in both their shape and potency. While the density of black rock dampens paranatural forces, the unique structure of prisms retain frequencies in the range of blank to blank, with perfect blank harmonization. This report analyzes the result of focusing a blank through a harmonized prism onto a blank, methods for the imprinting of non-physical fields onto blank. Imbuing them with the properties of the harmonized resonance blank in the prism will be explored and explained. Okay, so here it says something. The black rock dampens paranatural forces. So this is a clue we have to what the black rock is. So I think that answers quite a lot of one of the questions. One of our question we had was, what is black rock? And we said it's a rock from the quarry threshold. We found out that earlier, but it also, it dampens paranatural forces. I think that answers the question of what a black rock is. Okay, well, we found an answer.
Except when it's a prism, then it harmonizes.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so we found a card with one of these symbols. I think when we solve the puzzle, we can look at them. Oh, there's a terminal here. Okay, so that says 1 on it. This is 2.
So, we need to find all the punch cards.
All the punch cards, and then we have 5 terminals.
That's another one. Wait, there's a path there? Where it came from?
No, that's the top of the lab. Let's go upstairs.
One upstairs. Oh, there.
Hey, that's a video.
The forest of positive interactions. So I play this and get in the tank. Okay. Self-reflection can bring answers. I read that somewhere.
So this is a side quest. We're gonna do that later. What's this?
Another one? Another machine?
Oh, that's the machine with the punch cards where we have to put it in.
Wait, there's another punch card beside it.
Okay, so we got them all.
Huh.
Um,
Now you need a document that's
yeah. This is which terminal is this? This is number 4. Alright, so we need to figure out which card goes where.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Alright. And we have this thing.
that's not even the right.
It's not?
No, see. There's only one of the. All the others are not simple.
Oh, okay. But how do we figure
There's
that?
another board behind there.
Oh, it says swap these two around.
These whiteboard drawings may be important.
Okay, so position 2 and 3 are those two. So position 2 is the central thing. Okay, where is number 2? Okay. So this one is 2, right? That's what we saw.
Yeah.
And if this is 2,
Then the other one is.
then the corner one, that's 3. So we can put that in here.
Not sure.
This one, right?
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. It's just the edges were a little hazy. So we have 3 left.
That looked like 1. So 1 is the right one, and then that's 4, right? So 1 and 4.
Okay, yeah.
And then the last one's gonna be.
Yeah, what's left is gonna be 5, I guess.
So that one is 1, and that one is 4.
What? Okay, wait, 12.
What do the symbols mean?
This arrow shows that number 4 was moved to number 5.
Oh, it might be.
So that one should be number 5.
So that's 1.
And that one, the umbrella looking one, is 1. Okay, let's try it here. So
That's 1.
This is 1. And then we'll put this thing in 5. We're gonna go upstairs. No, 5 is here,
5
right?
is here.
Yeah.
I think that's 5. And that's 5.
Yeah.
That's 5. And then 4 is upstairs.
Okay.
What do these whiteboards mean?
Okay, I think
I think you got everything.
I think we got everything.
And once you put that
Got a
in.
few messages from our community. Seeger Jasmine says I was horrid as a full-grown adult with the threshold kids.
Oh yeah. It's
And
really freaky.
Seeker Shell Silently says I'm here just high, so hard to type.
Okay.
She's enjoying the symbols. Okay, so this is the last one. Did that work?
And then try activating the.
Wait, there's
terminal.
another one here. Oh, that's still 1.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think you just put that card in 4.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we go restart and hopefully nothing blows up. Can you all hear the game sound? Hey, isn't that Polaris going into the prism?
I think it's the vibration of
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work out.
We need more black rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab, down in the black rock processing site and maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first.
What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Okay, so we just finished the fourth mission, I believe. Yeah. So now we need to get to the Black Rock Quarry, which we just saw a glimpse of, in order to get the prisms.
Yeah, she just opened a shortcut for you.
But I don't want to do the fourth one now. We're going to save that for the next session. I'm just wondering if I should do the optional quests now and before we end it. We have the X-ray light box, and we have the guided imagery experience. Let me see how far away the imagery one thing is. It's on the other side.
That's very far. But the other one I think is pretty close, isn't it?
Let me see. No, they're both like on the opposite end.
Side. Well, it's whatever you want. If you feel that that's enough for today, we can stop it.
Let's do the X-ray one.
The X-ray one?
Yeah. It's an object of power. We should. Object of power gives me a lot of abilities.
You could have used the thing. Is there a way to go into those places? I think there is.
Not yet. Maybe not yet.
Must be a door somewhere.
Let's do the X-ray.
Behind that.
That's the ritual division, which we need to go through and then turn right.
Yeah, you could have used that shortcut she opened for you.
Well, there's another control point here. I could use that to teleport. Let's see. Astral Exhibition.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Where do you go from there?
Forward right will take it to parapsychology. Can I get to the X-ray thing over there?
I think there's another point of control there. I think there was one that was closer. Wasn't it? Oh, there's enemies here.
That's going backwards. This is the place with the astral spike. We trapped it so it can't affect us, but we'll have to get through again. Go underneath. Good thing it's trapped, otherwise we would be fighting it. Or running from it, rather. Okay. Parapsychology, hypnosis lab, ESP lab, okay. So...
You're going into the hypnosis lab, so that's fine. I hope there's no one here.
Well, sometimes they show up after.
Yeah, it's across from here. It's over there. That's the hypnosis lab.
It opened up.
Yeah,
it was
the
locked
hypnosis
before.
Lab.
Okay, so here's where the X-ray should be. Whoa. They're just standing around. They're
all friendly, but they're friendly. They're green.
I see it. Another object of power? They're just standing there, mesmerized by it.
Oh, that's why they use it for hypnosis. Okay. So here's
there's a door on the
that's
side
the
there.
X-ray box, right? Okay.
Yeah, there's a door on the side there. It's like a doctor office or something. Is there a document in here?
There's something here. Oh. It's to unlock it. We don't know what symbol to use. I guess we'll have to learn that symbol. We want to unlock it.
Oh, there.
That's a chest.
Okay. And there's something else beside it, isn't it? Oh no, that's just a printer. Okay.
That's the X-ray box. Can't open this because it's locked by that symbol thing. Find a way into the room.
Maybe you have to just put both symbols to match or something.
But there is only one symbol.
Well, just go through the symbols then.
Wait, there's something else here. Oh, it's a synchronicity thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Keep going.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
No, like there's no more levels to go to. Yeah, we really need to know what to use.
Oh, it doesn't keep going?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is there any... Maybe it's this?
Look like... What is written around it? That's probably it.
We could also take a look at the X-ray place itself to see if we see any signs.
Oh, I think...
Well, that's the only sign we see around here, so we could try that. There's also this place that seems to be blocked off. Where does this lead to? If I remove this X-ray thing, would they get taken over by the hiss? Because they don't have any HRAs on. Alright, so that's the symbol, the...
Yeah.
Let's try that. Oh, okay. So 1.
Yeah.
There we go. That unlocked it. Good catch.
Yeah, they're probably gonna become enemy after. But there's something else. There was something you could touch.
Yeah.
Please state your name for the record.
Paul Warren, astronaut, first class.
And you are aware that exposure to the astral plane can result in death, disability, personal injury, corporeal untangling, cognitive collapse, loss of ego, and partial to full dementia?
Yeah. I am.
And you acknowledge that your use of the astral conduit, aka the X-ray light box, is purely voluntary?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Your suit is good?
Yeah.
Okay, you're all set. Open the door for Mr. Warren, please.
Mr. Warren.
There was just
Didn't we hear
that
something about Warren before?
I don't remember. But that's a long list of problems you could have.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Seize to complete the astral plane challenge. Okay. Seize is one of my favorite abilities. So
What is seize?
Seize is when you take over an enemy.
Oh, right. You have to find an enemy to seize.
Golden copy NPC variation. Interesting.
He's over there. See? No, there.
Oh yeah. Gold enemies are immune to Jessic attack. Find another way to defeat this enemy. I don't think I can
grab
use
it from there? Yeah.
I don't think I can use C's on them because to use C's on someone you have to weaken them first. Nothing happens.
I think you have to try it anyway.
Enemies at low health can be seized. That's what it says.
Okay.
Now.
Now.
There we go.
Oh, and then he can attack the golden one.
Yeah.
You need to do it for another one.
Okay, we got it. Good work playing. You have been approved. The X-ray is now bound. Validated. Okay, so we got the C's thing.
Careful, there might be enemies now.
Yeah.
They've fallen.
Oh.
I guess they're dead.
Their brains were fried when I took over the object.
Oh, okay. Well, then you didn't have to, you didn't have to fight them. Which is good.
We'd
There's
have to
enemies
fight.
here.
Yeah. Can I seize this one? Seeing if I can.
You don't have enough.
No. Not yet. Eventually we're gonna get more powerful. We'll have to seize lower level enemies for now. There we go. Hiding behind the cabinet. Can't seize these either.
Now you can.
There we go. I can take over the one in the sky. And you can attack everyone else. Holy. Who set off the fire extinguisher? That's not mine. Mine is gone. These makes it much easier because then I get allies temporarily, but still enemies stay off of, like, not all enemies try to attack.
Yeah, you can use them as distraction.
I don't know what that symbol means, but it's stuck right now. Okay, it's gone.
Okay, so what next?
So we have the other one. Let me see. This one. And it's just across the hall, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just get across and go upstairs and go across. That should be enough. Okay, we have to go upstairs. Through there?
Yeah, probably through there. No, but the door is there. There. Probably here somewhere. Huh. On the lower floor, maybe?
Yeah, we probably have to go downstairs.
No, that
or through
way.
there. Yeah. Okay. So here.
Oh, you're going the wrong way. It can't be here. No, you're going away from it now.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to it.
Oh, can you go back to the... Huh. I think you have to go to that one there, the one that is on the left side. The point of the control point.
Mm-hmm.
That is on the left side of the map.
The right side of the map?
The right side of the map. Sorry,
Yeah.
You can use that control point to go there. Yeah, that one. And then you go through the down there. You're gonna probably go underneath the other one. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna reach it over there. No, that's
going
the
the
wrong
wrong
way.
way. Let's try going this way, maybe further.
Maybe. There might be a room here?
Yeah.
Downstairs? Probably.
Like Like through here?
But you were fighting here earlier, weren't you?
Yeah.
Where?
What about that thing?
Yeah. Okay. What is that?
Extrasensory lab.
Yes. Go
That's
there.
probably it. Yeah.
Yes, there's 2 doors too. Huh.
I don't
Okay.
think we've been here yet.
No, I don't think. Sensory tank. Yeah, that's what you're at the right place. now.
Darling, here, some of you were curious why I had these sensory deprivation tanks installed, so I thought I'd shed some light on the subject. Maybe some of you have heard that a Dr. Yoshimi Tokui, the man behind the hugely popular guided imagery experience tapes, apparently his tapes go beyond the normal meditative qualities of such things, but create genuine hallucinatory visions in some listeners, or so the reports say. We brought these tanks in to test Dr. Tokui's tapes for ourselves. Plus, there may be some stress-relieving uses for the staff down the road. I think we could all benefit from some time in a dark enclosed space, don't you? If you have any more questions, please feel free to stop by my office. That sounds scary.
I don't know. I find that Darling is charming.
Whoa, what is all that?
That's for testing telepathy.
Oh, that's what those are.
Yeah, there was a document on the side. It's probably that.
Dr. Yoshimi Tokui, a Japanese citizen residing in Tokyo, has produced a series of guided imagery experience audio recordings that have gained notable popularity around the globe. Due to his unusually swift rise in fame, along with reports of vivid blank accompanying the use of these tapes, investigation sector staff were asked to look into Dr. Tokui's background. You know, we haven't been to the investigation sector. I don't think it's even available yet. We found no past incident with an altered occurrence nor any evidence of involvement with an altered organization. However, agents that attend a signing event reported blank when hearing Dr. Tokui speak. We recommend that the research team obtain an audio recording of Dr. Tokui's voice and perform any and all relevant analysis. Based on the findings, the investigation sector will determine next step regarding Dr. Tokui, as well as his eligibility for the Prime Candidate Program. Hey, that Prime Candidate Program is being referred to again. We still don't know what it is, but it's been referenced. Okay. Over here? Sensory deprivation tanks. Good news, the Dr. Tokui tapes arrived this week, finally. You should really have used same-day shipping. I send them out to Dr. Darling and Dr. Harrington to check out before we begin serious examination. If you need them right away, I'd check Darling's room and the ritual office. Can't wait to start testing Dr. Yoshimi Tokui's famous guided imagery experience.
You found one of them.
Yeah, I found one tape. Earlier. That's what started this mission.
Yeah, that's what you can use.
Okay.
This should be interesting.
イメージの世界を体験しましょう。早速始めましょう。Welcome to my guided imagery experience. レッスン1、森との戯れ。Exercise 1, the forest of positive interactions.
The forest of positive interaction.
私は徳井義美博士。私を信じて任せてください。
My name is Dr. Yoshimi Tokui. Trust my words. I'm here for you.
目を閉じて心を開いてください。 あなたは浜辺に一人佇んでいます。誰もいない静かな浜辺。
Close your eyes, open your mind, and find yourself on an empty beach.
さざ波の音が聞こえ、遠くにカモメが見えます。ポテトチップスの袋をつついてますね。
The waves are rolling in, and the seagulls are fighting over a discarded bag of potato chips.
ハラペーニョ味のようです。
I believe they're jalapeno flavored.
沖の方に何か見えます。森が海の上に浮かんでいます。
I see something in the middle of the ocean. They appear to be trees.
もしかしたら人を遠ざけようとする今のあなたの気持ちを暗示しているのかもしれません。
Perhaps they are ocean trees. Or perhaps they are metaphors for how you push people away.
それが何なのか一緒に探してみましょう。波の方に近づいてみてください。
Let's find out together. Just walk over the waves, friend.
森は寂しそうです。話しかけてみませんか？
The trees look lonely. Why don't you talk to them?
森にささやきかけましょう。あなたは愛されるに値すると、誰もが愛されるに値すると、森もうなずいています。
You whisper to the trees. You tell them that they deserve love, that everyone deserves love. The trees agree.
木々は健康になり、お互いに愛を育んでいくのでしょう。
They will now go on to form healthy, respectful relationships with other trees or shrubs, whatever they prefer.
さあ、森をそっとしておいてあげましょ
う。Now let's leave these trees to their love.
覗き見は失礼ですからね。
Voyeurism is impolite.
おや、何か不穏なものを感じます。何でしょう？
I sense a disturbance in our love garden. A menace.
行ってみましょう。森の危機かもしれません。行ってみましょう。
Go find it. Do not let it darken our forest of emotions.
フォークリフトです。この森にはふさわしくありません。巨大なタイヤでビーチが荒らされてしまいます。
A forklift. It does not like the tree's romance. It is ruining our lovely beach with its hateful tires.
なんということでしょう。機械を止めてください。あのカモメには家族がいます。
It ran over one of the gulls. Such bloodshed. Turn off the machine. That gull had a family.
さっきのポテトチップスはお腹に赤ちゃんがいる奥さんへのプレゼントでした。あの機械を止めなければ。
The potato chips were for his pregnant wife. The forklift must be stopped.
やりましたね。あの恐ろしい機械は止まりました。
You did it. The murderous machine will kill no more. The trees can love undisturbed.
フォークリフトも孤独な木々ももうありません。あなたの心は安らぎと慈愛に満たされているはずです。
Our beach is no place for forklifts or lonely trees. Your mind is a safe haven for love.
心が穏やかに健康になった感じはありますか？
Doesn't that feel nice? Aren't you feeling healthier?
さて、もう時間のようです。感受性の豊かなあなたのままでいてください。
Oh my, it seems we're all out of time. Stay receptive, friend.
That actually was relaxing. And strangely insightful.
Oh, that was really cool. This is a quest I've never done before. The story was really hilarious. The seagull was taking a bag of potato chips for his pregnant wife, and the forklift ran over. It's like raising the stakes every time. It was interesting. So apparently there's at least one more tape. Oh, it's in the ritual division. Okay. Maybe I'll do that one next time. Oh god, it's one of those. I'm gonna just leave. Not deal with them. How long are they gonna follow me? Okay, so we can make a new weapon. We can construct a pierce. I think we'll do that next time. Let's do a fast travel out of here. Our next one is the quarry thing. We're gonna do that next time. I wonder if we can have any conversations at Central Executive now.
Pope wants us to compile all of Darling's data entries from the past month.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something. And I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
They're starting to have more people here. Like more tables, more equipments, more people, more guards.
It's ridiculous. Pope's grasping at straws.
Why? If hiss is a frequency, then why couldn't it vibrate molecules in order to alter human physiology? It would explain the hair loss.
Think about it. The precision that would require is unthinkable.
Physical alterations in his corrupted organisms vary so wildly. What's the connection?
Found a document here. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. Wow, they took a recording of it? That's risky.
Hi, Jesse.
I think there's no new information here.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Okay, so that's good.
Bye for now.
We don't have the facilities here to analyze something as complex as the hiss. Pope's delusional.
So, we were down here. I think that's where we need to finish this recording for today. Because next time we're going to start from there. Maybe we'll start with the second guided meditation. these recordings keep getting longer and longer, so I worry that it's going to get harder to do one mission per session. So I'll have to find a strategy to do this faster. All right, we're gonna stop here. Okay. Maybe we should quickly look over our document. I'm seeing here that we just update a few questions here. I don't know what's important right now, but I think everything is like we made very little notes today. We didn't have any information for our theory, the Northmore theory. Nothing new, at least. I identified a few of the parts we couldn't access before. One would be accessible now, which is the Blackrock processing turbine room. That can be only accessed using keycard 4. And I think that's in the maintenance sector, and we're probably headed there anyway, so that's going to be covered. And then keycard 5 will have a couple of things later. We identified one spot that's like too high to reach. We're gonna come back later if we have any powers that let us do like high jump or anything like that. And I will try to summarize the story by next week, by next transmission when we do it. Yeah. So yeah, next time we'll just now that we know that the blog is way more important than we originally thought, maybe it's a good time to like focus on that more. Next time we'll start with the blog again, as usual, but we're gonna try to re-look at in the context of what we know now. We're gonna examine that. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna place the next terminal that will have the next recording, but the viewer at the oldest house, if you are if you're lucky, if your luck probability is higher with your not sure what you do with that over there, but if it's higher, then you'll be able to find our next terminal. So right, so let's end our recording, but before that I'm gonna quickly look over our the credits, because that's important for copyright reasons. These are the fonts we used, these are the music we used at various points, and the game we looked at is Control by Remedy, by Remedy, and The House of Dreams, written by Samantha, possibly by Remedy. So we're going to be the art on this recording is also by a lot of it is done by Rifna, some of them are done by me, and yeah, so that's what keeps things going over here. So let's end the recording for today. You all have a good evening. We'll see you in our next recording.